Hey, what's up, everybody? Okay, it's Thursday, August 24th, 2023, and I got a special guest with me on the line. We got special guest Mr. Stinky from Kansas City, Missouri. What's up, Mr. Stinky? What's good?
That's right. Mr. Stinky coming at you live. Highly favored and highly blessed.
Man, it's good to have you, Mr. Stinky. So I ran across this press release from the United States Attorney's Office, Western District of Missouri, and I came up on some stuff on Google. 9 KC gang leaders, members indicted in racketeering, murder conspiracies. This was published today. Yes, sir. So,
who did they murder? I mean, what was the situation? Give me more information.
Oh, you know what? 3 armed street gangs engaged in violence and drug trafficking. Kansas City, Missouri, 3 leaders and 6 members of a confederation of street gangs in the Kansas City metropolitan area have been indicted by a federal grand jury for their roles in an ongoing criminal enterprise that involved in armed violence, including a murder conspiracy and drive-by shootings and illegal drug trafficking. Stephen K. Lee, also known as Bizzle, and SB, 38 years old, Charles V. Williams, also known as Cheese, and Chucky D., 35, and Travis L. Cook, also known as Trav, 30 years old, Richard B. Johnson, also known as Scritch, and Rich, 24, and Dion D. Alford, also known as Wami, 20.
Stop. Go back to that last name. Go back to that other name again. That Richard name. Go back.
That Richard name, Richard B. Johnson, also known as Scritch, and Rich, 24.
24 years old?
24, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought they were talking about the rapper Richard Factor. Because that's his real name, Richard Johnson.
Okay. Oh, they also got a couple other names. They got Dion D. Alford, as known as Wami, 23. Ewan R. Kelly, also known as Juan, 33. And Mareku L. Frazier, also known as Rikus, 30. And Anthony D. Hunter, also known as D, 25. And Jacqueline Boswell, also known as Nunu and Noodles, 30, were charged in a 6-count indictment returned under seal by a federal grand jury in Kansas City, Missouri on August 17, 2023. That indictment was unsealed and made public today. That indictment was unsealed and made public today upon the arrest and initial court appearance of 3 of the defendants. Lee, Williams, Cook, Kelly, and Hunter were all arrested in an operation on Thursday, August 24th, 2023. Johnson and Alford are already in custody in connection with the other charges. The operation involved more than 140 law enforcement officers from multiple local and federal agencies and searches of 16 residences associated with gang members. So, it says, during the search and arrest, law enforcement seized approximately 27 firearms, 2 machine guns, 1,069 rounds of ammunition, cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, marijuana, and bulk cash associated with the gangs. Additional seizures are still in the process of being logged into evidence. According to the indictment, 7 of the defendants, Lee, Johnson, Alford, Kelly, Frazier, Hunter, and Boswell, were members of an organized criminal enterprise, a gang called the Parkside Greasies, which is centered around the intersection of 33rd Street and Park Avenue in Kansas City, Missouri. Members of Parkside Greasies illegally engaged in acts of violence, including murder, conspiracy to murder, armed assault and robbery and drug trafficking. And according to the indictment, Lee is the leader of Parkside Greasies, Williams leads the Click Clack Gang, and Cook leads the South Benton Gang. And members of the three gangs maintain regular communication and frequently cooperate for the purpose of illegal drug trafficking and violent crimes, creating a confederation of gangs known as South Park Click. The gang alliance was memorialized in a 2013 song entitled For the 30s. The indictment says, which includes the verse, South Park Click, that's South Benton Park and Click Clack. If somebody got shot, close your mouth. We probably did that. McDonald's or Wednesdays, McDonald's or Wendy's, we don't give, you won't move until the paramedics pick you up. All right. Leaders, members, and associates of the criminal enterprise promoted a climate of fear in the community through repeated waves of gunfire, assaults, and destruction of property, among other crimes of violence and intimidation, the indictment says. They used and threatened to use physical violence to suppress challenges from rival criminals and others who threatened the enterprise. They enhanced their reputation for violence by killing, attempting to kill, and otherwise violently confronting people who challenged them. They enriched themselves and funded the operations of the criminal enterprise with the proceeds of illegal drug trafficking, robbery, and burglary. The indictment charges all 9 of the defendants in one count of participating in a racketeering conspiracy since at least January 1st, 2008. They illegally engaged in a pattern of racketeering activity, including multiple acts and threats of murder, robbery, and drug trafficking as part of the criminal enterprise. The indictment charges all 9 of the defendants and one count of participating in a drug trafficking conspiracy since at least January 1st, 2008. They illegally conspired to distribute cocaine, crack cocaine, methamphetamines, fentanyl, heroin, PCP, alprazolam, oxycodone, and marijuana. All right, and we got a little bit more here. The indictment charges Lee, Johnson, Alford, Kelly, Hunter, and Boswell in one count of participating in a murder conspiracy since at least December 8th, 2017, in aid of the racketeering enterprise. Lee illegally issued a contract for a murder of a rival gang member. Boswell located and attempted to shoot the victim in the area of 34th Street in Kansas City, Missouri, but the victim successfully fled. Hunter shot at the victim on December 30th, 2018, reporting to Lee that they had an exchange medal. Kelly located the victim on January 1st, 2019, but was unable to execute the contract because too many people were around. On January 28th, 2021, Johnson illegally fired on multiple vehicles, believing them to be occupied by rivals, causing an injury to an uninvolved citizen and damaging property. Johnson is charged with one count of aiding and abetting another person to attempt to murder and to assault another person with a dangerous weapon, a Glock 9mm handgun. Johnson is charged with one count of using a firearm during a crime of violence and one count of being a felon in possession of a firearm. And the charges contained in this indictment are simply accusations and not evidence of guilt. Evidence supporting the charges must be presented to a federal trial jury, whose duty is to determine guilt or innocence. This case is being prosecuted by Assistant U.S. Attorney Byron H. Black and Assistant U.S. Attorney Stephanie C. Brashaw It was investigated by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives and the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. Mr. Stinky.
Yeah.
I didn't know Kansas City, Missouri was like that, man. This is.
You did. Let me tell you something.
Tell me about
That whole case sounds very light and very weak compared to what goes on in Kansas City. That's not even intriguing. No disrespect to the article you found, but it's compared to what really goes on in Kansas City. That's light. That whole situation is light.
That's a light situation.
Like,
okay.
it's light.
So that story just came out today. That was just published today, Thursday, August 24th, 2023. 9 KC gang leaders, members indicted in racketeering, murder, and conspiracies. Now, this is lightweight. Wow.
So the city be having like anywhere from 5 to 10. In the summertime, like 10, but in the wintertime, anywhere from 5 to 10 murders a day. Guaranteed. If you're talking about from north, south, east, west, yeah, we're talking about 5 to 10 murders a day. No days off.
Wow. That's
Donald Trump was talking.
crazy.
Donald Trump was talking about, before Donald Trump became president, he was talking about Kansas City's crime. It's a motherfucker. I don't know what. It's a motherfucker. Why do you think Mosby calls Kansas City the iller city? He called it Killer City the iller city. He know he should be down here all the time. He know Kansas City's real bad. There ain't nothing to do. There's no, there's nothing to do. Kills, fuck it. They don't know. Fucked up.
So, you were born in Kansas City, Missouri. You're from Kansas City, Missouri. A rapper. Yeah. You're a rapper based out of Kansas City, Missouri, Mr. Stinky.
Yeah,
you're the.
I'm from the roughest neighborhood in Kansas, Missouri. Period.
So we're talking rapper Mr. Stinky. We're talking the Stinky, the rapper Mr. Stinky, that the founder and owner, CEO of
Vigilante
International. Vigilante International. The same.
Yeah.
We're talking about the same city and state that Tech Nine is born and raised.
Yeah.
Same city and state where Mac Dre supposedly had went and he was shot and killed in Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah, he died. It's the worst thing that could have ever happened.
Rest in peace, Mac Dre.
Rest in peace, Mac Dre.
What inspired you to rap coming out of Kansas City, Missouri, and what was it like? How did you make it out of these streets?
Real tough, grew up rough. I'm a warrior by nature anyway. I descended from warriors. I had a rough and tough mama and daddy. So it's in my bloodline to be wild too. It's definitely a killer be killed town. Survive. All my friends are dead. Everybody, all my rappers, 7 dead members of my rap group. So I don't even have a rap group no more because the Vigilante Squad are all dead. And the first CD I ever dropped, 9 people on the CD did. So I mean, that just lets you know right there, like my music's real, my lyrics real, the lifestyle was real. Nothing that changed my life. I always felt like I was ordained for fame or destined for something greater than just being a rapper or a street thug and all that. So my route just became better and different. Your background's a little loud though. You need to change it, but
yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. You became such a. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I've always been a popular person. Like when I was a kid in school, they didn't even call me by my name. They called me Stinky in school. All the teachers, and, it's my kindergarten. Like I was a popular kindergarten. I just come from popularity. The people around me was popular too, and I was that young baby child of a lot of popular people. So, and even as a kid, I remember watching Michael Jackson on TV, trying to imitate everything I saw. So being an entertainer was always instilled in me. Because every time I see Michael Jackson on TV, I wanted to be that. I wanted people to scream and fall out for me and all. You know what I mean? Like it's just something. I feel like I'm an attention whore, so I need attention. And so that's the way I get it. At the age 9 and 10, I was throwing talent shows in people's backyard. Same thing Beyonce was doing. I was entering talent shows, winning them at 11, 12, 13, all that shit. I was break dancing, regular dancing, rapping, beatboxing. You know what I'm saying? All that shit, man. Known for fighting. I was real fast with my hands. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I was proud. Just always involved. You know what I mean? Girls like me. I used to have looks when I was young. And girls loved me. I don't know. I was a different standout type of person. I got a kind of a strange, different kind of voice. When I was younger, my voice was real scratchy and high pitches, raspy. People used to make fun of my voice or always want to hear me talk. I don't know. There was always something going on with me.
Yeah. That's dope.
I ended up on some self-defense shit. I ended up going to jail for murder at 14 years old. So
you went to jail for what?
Murder.
At 14 years old.
14, yeah. So.
Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah, definitely. So my life has been real. Them raps, you hear me rapping, is real, man. That ain't no fake shit. I again got arrested for another murder case at 16 years old, and ended up dropping it real fast. I ended up not being charged for it, but I got arrested for it. And then later on, maybe at the end of that next year, I was 17, and I ended up catching another murder case. This time I got murder 1, capital murder, premeditated. My bond was $538,000, with a little bit over $500,000, and I had to sit in the county for about 14 and a half months fighting it, and then I was found not guilty.
Not guilty. Found not guilty. Praise the Lord.
I was looking at 57 years.
57 years. Wow. Wow. So that was rough. That was a rough.
That's what I'm saying. People, Tupac and everybody, they can tell their stories, but people ain't heard mine for real. They don't really know. The books is coming. The documentaries is coming. Stay tuned. I got to put it all in the music too. I feel like people should listen to a song I just came out with this year called Summer 15. Now, I feel like it ain't the best of my music. It's a drill record, but Summer 15 tells a story about when I was 15. A lot of people think I was talking about 2015, but no. Summer 15 is a story about when I was 15, and I almost got killed 3 times in one day. And when you listen to the story, it's pretty animated. You'll be like, damn, this nigga, yeah, it's crazy. So, we even mimicked the gunshots from the scene when it happened, like, to give you the full picture,
That's, wow. I can't wait to check out the new stuff you dropping, man. So you got MrStinky.store.
www.mrstinky.store, where you can get, because I got a new single coming out called Acquainted. It's a club radio party song featuring June B on the hook. He's crazy with it. And so this is for the ladies, finally. They say I make too much gangster music. This time I'm thinking about the women. That should come out September the 1st, 2023. And if you want to get it early, go to my website. Just pay $1 and get it early before it drops directly from the source. Support the artist.
I love that, man. I love Mr. Stinky Store. All these
merchandise, my rolling papers. I have my own rolling papers company. I got cones and rolling papers. You can get my merchandise right there directly from me. And to anybody looking for jail distribution, if you want your music in the penitentiaries all over America, federal and state, just go to my website and click jail distribution. That's it. It's that simple.
Awesome.
Fill out the form, and we'll give you distribution out to every penitentiary in the world. I mean, I'm giving up the love. I'm giving up the game. These people what do they, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to tell you something else crazy. I recently deal with this app. Now, I'm not going to say the name of the app because let me send you the link. All somebody got to do is DM me for the app, and I'll send you this link. And when you buy gas, you get 15 cents back per gallon you spend. I mean, 15 cents per gallon you spend on gas back. So I don't know, just for example, maybe if you get like $40 of the gas, you might get $6 back. Like, and it's good every time. I've been getting money returned to my bank account every day. I'm like, this is crazy. And I just be knowing about so much shit. I'm so game invested. Because I'm corporate thugging now. I'm using the world to stay legal, to stay free. By the grace of God, I'm not a felon. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a felon. So for me to be able to still do all this, after going through all that, I don't want them to get in no damn trouble. I want to walk a straight line. You think I want my name on the indictment list? I like fucking bitches. I like having fun. I like living my life. I like going to parties. I like doing music. I like seeing the world. I like travel. I don't get no goddamn 5x7 or 6x6. That ain't my thing.
Yo, do you still reside in Kansas City, Missouri, or do you just did you just decide to move, or do you move around, or?
I left Kansas City the day Nipsey Hussle died, 2019, March 31st. I was on the highway. I left Kansas City at 11 o'clock at night. Upon me leaving and exiting the town, someone tried to assassinate me. So I don't want to get into all that, but I slapped my Audi on the U-Haul truck, and I never looked back. I haven't been back home yet. It's 2023. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada.
That's what's up. Rest in peace.
I live where the world lives.
R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle.
Everybody in the world got to say it again.
Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle.
Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. If you want to hear the song that me and Nipsey Hussle did, it's called Looking Good. Mr. Stinky, Mankind, and Nipsey Hussle, Looking Good. On all platforms.
All right, for sure. So you got a record with Nipsey Hussle.
Yes.
And you got some record, and we know, and we know you got some records with Tech Nine. Rapper.
I got 13 songs. I got 13 songs with Tech Nine.
13 songs with rapper Tech Nine from Kansas City, Missouri.
I got you remember Tupac's Outlaw, Young Noble from the song Hail Mary. The niggas say, deep the whole scene and whatever going on around me. Spraying kind of cloudy, smoked out, feeling rap. That nigga right there.
Outlaws. I got
Tupac's Outlaws. I got a song with Young Noble called West Coast Bound. I got a track with. Shout out to the Mob Figures, man.
Mob
Everybody
Figures.
in the base know who the Mob Figures is.
Mob Figures, yeah, for sure. Shout out to the Mob Figures.
I got a track with FedEx. First of all, I want to say rest in peace to the Jacker. That was my guy.
Rest in peace, Jacker. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Last time I seen him, we was in Alaska together.
I think they had a member called AP9, right?
Yeah, AP9, FedEx, Ryder, Hustler, Jacker. Shout out to Sebo for putting them together. Sebo's my guy. Me and Sibo got 2 songs together. Houses Get Burned Down, and the other one it never came out, but we did it. So yeah, me and Sibo, we done been in real life shootouts together, like real life shit. I really know the nigga. Hung out with niggas 2 weeks straight. You know what I'm saying? So all that, man. It goes on and on and on. Shout out to Yuck Mouth. Shout out to a lot of niggas from the Bay. Ray Love, DB, Sacramento, Marvelous. I can go on and on and on with the Bay Area people. But by the way, one of my favorite rappers, Mozzie, Jay-Z, Cameron, shit like that. This is what I want to know. I'm just saying the people I love. Jim Jones, I got certain rappers I just love. What else else can you say? Of course, Pop was my favorite in his prime and his time. I love King Von too. Nipsey, everybody. But I put the dead in a different category than the living because kind of the way my mind is set up is different. But you know what I mean. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I got a lot of regrets.
I like the way how you got Mr. Stinky Store, and people could just go there and they can find everything, and they can just
my first album, because I got a classic album with all those dead people. And it's a real classic album. Man. It's got a lot of ghosts on it. It's a ghost album. Everybody's dead, and it's called Armed Criminal Action. You can get that whole album from my website, www.mrstinky.store. You guys want to reach out, get in touch with me, just reach me right there. I like to work on my own platform.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, man. You've been working so hard, and I want to say congratulations. So I heard you are back with. I think you're back with Strange Music. Is that right?
No, I've never been with Strange Music. As far as signed to them, like I said, I got 13 songs with Tech Nine. We're real friends. We've done a lot of things together. That's really it. It ain't really that good, But I know the whole family. I've been on tours with them, all that stuff. Did a lot of shows with them, and that's just what it is. As far as I don't want to speak on what that was. What I was telling you, it's all good. We ironed out. We just ironed out our differences. That's all. It's all good.
Yeah, I saw that you were on Strange Music websites, so that's why I asked. Because I know that you done a lot of shows and open up, big shows with Strange Music artists, and things like that. You done, over 10 records with Tech Nine, and and things like that. And I seen you on interviews with Tech Nine on Strange Music websites, and that I just thought that I'd ask if you were ever gonna come back to, or if you were ever gonna go work with Tech Nine again.
I mean, that would be their call. They call me, I'm always down. I got my own life going on. I'm doing pretty fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's really dope, man. I'm glad that you made it successful out of Kansas City, Missouri, and that sounds like a rough place, and I just stumbled upon this press release, and I went straight to it. I just pressed Kansas City.
All that, the roughness of Kansas City, all the person got to do is listen to my music. Hear all the rough. I tell a lot of stories. Talk about real stuff that happened in the ghetto near you. Just like I got a song called Maintain's Real Story. Talk about the night my little vigilante got killed. Got cut down. They spit 20 rounds, AKs at the club. That happened a lot of times. A lot of shit went down.
Yeah. Shout out to Tech Nine, and Strange Music, and for this, I'm glad that you doing your thing and stuff. Like, this. So how long have you? I mean, like, how long have you, decided to just, to stay out there and be independent artist?
My whole life.
Yeah.
My whole life.
So, I know there's been a lot of Kansas City, Missouri rappers, and you're one of the independent rappers. You're not gonna sign to nothing.
I would if the price is right. Everything got a price, right?
Everything has a price. Yeah.
Everybody got a price.
Well, I just have a couple more questions for you before we wrap this up. As an owner, what do you look for when you sign an artist to your record label?
Uniqueness, outstanding talent, ambition, drive, self-confidence, belief. That's about it.
Okay. And do you look for Kansas City, Missouri rappers, or does it, can it could be anybody, that.
I'm not actually looking for no Kansas City rappers. I'm actually looking for people from other places.
Okay.
That's sad to say.
Yeah.
Kansas City, somebody's always it's so small, but it's so dexterous, it's so scandalous and cutthroat. You might sign somebody from Kansas City, they can't be your ops. Or best friends with your ops, pops, anything, anything. Like, it's all connected. So me, I got ops. I'm better off not signing the Kansas City artists. Be real.
All right.
Too much backdooring. People, this is the era of the backdoor. They think it's cool to be backdooring each other. Let's do it.
Well, you know what? It's been a pleasure having you as a special guest on my podcast, DJ Blue Radio, the JBLUE Show. But I want to get back with you on another series, another episode. So, Mr. Stinky, can you kindly wait for me to start this new episode?
Man, we need to get on film where they can see us. We need to get on camera. We need to be on that YouTube or film. We need to be on video. People need a vision.
Yeah, we do need to get on film. Yes.
I want to get on camera.
We can sure do that.
Whatever,
Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back right after these messages. Have a good time. We are out. Peace.